What's going on, fellow collectors? It's another great day to bill search. We are doing a straight from the ATM $20 bill search. I've done quite a few of these, and many people seem to like them. I didn't have a lot of loose paper currency on me over the last day or so. I normally do, since I hit up a lot of thrift stores and any garage sale and storage unit auction I can. You can let me know in the comments if you're a fellow thrifter. But let's get to looking through these. See if we find anything that's at least collectible or, hopefully, worth more than face value. Nothing jumping out. Would have been cool if it was a date note. If it would have had a year that's not 5,305 on it. Really good condition. I do like that about ATM searches for $20 bills, because generally you're going to get ones that are at least at the higher end of condition in most cases. Keep an eye out for color changing ink issues where that is used on any banknote with that. Also, intricate detail points, I like to look for that, like around those areas. There's a little bit of a bleed through, looks like a thumbprint. But unless it's obscuring a part of the note, I don't really hold on to them. Nothing going on here, 2017A. Make sure to use my Banknote Serial Number Lookup tool. I've been programming it over the last year or so. It launched about a week ago. It's completely free. So worst case, if you're like, this is dumb, I don't like this tool. It was free, and you wasted a little bit of time. My whole website is free, VarietyErrors.com. Other than a few guides that I sell that I just put way too much work into. But they're price guides and good things, so check those out as well. But mainly, you can look up your serial numbers, and it'll sometimes give you a value range when it compares that serial number to sales online of similar ones. Also, it'll give you a bunch of info. But I'll stop yabbing away. Just wanted to make sure you knew about the free tool to use. What's going on here? Probably a little remnants of a counter stamp where they missed it. Some 8s, some 7s. Kind of cool. It would have been cool to have 8752, 8752. So we were only 7 away there. Somebody, probably unknowingly, has a really cool repeater note somewhere. Nothing really jumping out so far. Yeah, a little funky here. It's more the print of it, not the color. All of them so far haven't had a bite taken out of them or nobody blowing their nose in them like most of the bills that we see if you watch any of my videos. And of course, let me know what you're coming across. Somebody just sent me an email with some really cool photos of some good Kennedy halves that were all silver Kennedy halves that they came across in coin roll hunting. So I thought that was really neat. And nice fold right here. It'd be cool to have like an extreme error, like a fold over error. Those can be worth hundreds, if not over $1,000 in some cases. And May 79th, the year 1122. No, nothing jumping out serial number wise. Again, keep an eye out around kind of intricate points. It's more so for ink smears and overall shifts in print, but I've seen quite a few ink smears for 2013, 2017, and 2017 A series. Not so much for the newest ones. Hey! Nice little replacement note. I'm sure any of you that are into star notes watching this are also excited. I love holding on to these. This one I wish didn't have this highlighter or whatever on it. I'm going to use my serial number lookup tool at the end of the video. I'll show you how that works real quick. It takes like a minute or two. And I'll see if anything comes back on it, but primarily it'll give us some info on this banknote. But I really love star notes. Basically, something happened to this one, or well, its counterpart, and they replace it with a star note. Now, the serial number on this is not going to coincide with the one it replaced, but that's what its use is for. This one's really good condition, minus a corner little bend here. And I love star notes. The LEAP system of printing that we use for U.S. currency here in the United States is really doing away with star notes. It will be able to kind of, as issues arise during the printing process, they can skip over those serial numbers and kind of bundle them together rather than having to fully focus on the complete sheet. So they're not going to need star notes. So I suggest holding on to them if you can. Many people comment, they're like, star notes aren't worth anything more than face value. I disagree. I've sold many of them to people for more than face value, but if that's your opinion, cool. That's the wondrous part of life. We can all have our opinion, but I think you should hold on to star notes if you can. I think they will go up in value as they become more obsolete in use. Nothing else so far. 2009, it's a little older. And actually kind of less beat up, although it's starting to lose its durability. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, missing a few digits there for a broken ladder, kind of all jumbled up. Little bit of repetition, but I'm not going to call home about it. Nothing jumping out on the back. If you are interested in, well, then I'll shut up about my own channel. But shameless plug, if you are interested in kind of the more nerd data stuff and more design points of banknotes, I do have an entire series that covers each denomination of US banknote, what their layout is, design, kind of some history, and also errors that you can look for that'll make them really valuable. And nothing going on there. Kind of cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wish there was a 0 or an 8 there instead of another 6, but close to a broken ladder note. When you ask how much those can sell for, in the case of $20 notes in this case, if they're in really high condition, meaning they're really crisp, they're not all beat up like that one kind of was with highlighter on it or marker, those can actually sell for, you know, about 30, 40 bucks, which I know you're saying that's not much more than $20, but I mean, it's a premium. Making $10 off of 20 to me is a win. And nothing else jumping out. Getting down there, the last $100 or so. Yeah, kind of neat. 8600, 8017. Gonna shoot through these. We're down to the last 60 bucks. I appreciate you sticking with me. Like I said, here in just a second, we'll look up that star note, see if there's anything cool, information-wise. And then the same tool will link over to articles on how to get them graded, how to sell them, and kind of more, I guess, useful information in some way than just kind of giving you a general value range. Nothing else, little bit of stray ink. Last but not least, really vibrantly printed. Nice clean 2017A. Keep an eye out for the big stuff, ink smears, shifted prints, things of the like. Of course, fancy serial numbers in general. Other than that, nothing really jumping out, so a minor find. I love star notes. Replacement notes are great, and I already kind of told you why. But I love holding on to them, and the new style of printing is going to kind of get rid of them, so I think they'll go up in value over time. But let's look up this serial number on my website, see if we can get any other useful information. But make sure to share in the comments what you've been coming across lately while we look it up. We hopped over to my website, VarietyErrors.com. This is my star note and banknote serial checker tool, or VERA for Variety Errors Rarity Aggregator. It is a really in-depth tool that I've spent over a year coding and I update regularly. And it actually has camera or picture options that you can use a photo instead. And it's all AI backed that scans it, pulls the serial number, and information from the bill and inputs it. But normally, it's better to just input it yourself. And I already did it for time's sake, but if you've never used the tool, pretty straightforward. Choose whatever the series year is, any small-faced banknote from 1950 to 2021 A series, and I update this as well as new stuff comes out. But in this case, 2017, of course, your denomination, this one's a 20. And I inputted the serial number, but like I said, you can manually input it yourself. If you scan it, sometimes it does get the lettering a little wonky, so just double check it. We'll then hit Analyze Asset Rarity. You can print and export your results if you want. This ID here is something that my system automatically assigns every time you search any bill. So it's a new search each time. It pings all that serial number and information you inputted against about 8 different things, most notably historical and certified auction sales and records from both the BEP, but certified auction houses. And then it only pings off of sold eBay listings if it references those at all. It's going to give you back some cool information. So it reminds you to do a plate check to make sure if you have a major error, it confirms the bill, 2017A, $20 bill, and our serial number. And then based off of actual BEP production records, it confirms it's a real star note. It's not some funky serial number or fake note. Federal Reserve Bank, Atlanta, and it's going to give you the production volume. In this case, 89.6 million. This is a thing of my kind of device, which is the Rarity Scarcity Index, basically kind of like a cool factor in other search tools. But in this case, it actually uses this. This number is determined by other bills of similar serial number that have sold in the last 5 to 10 years and averaging kind of their overall premium together and giving it a score. It confirms if there's any fancy serial number in the serial number itself. And then, most notably, it's going to give you a market estimate. This is not a made-up number. It's not AI generated. It is an algorithmic number based off of course, the base of the denomination compared to the last 5 to 10 years of historical sales data from certified auction houses, and then basing that to give you a raw market value for that bill. So in this case, it's not accounting for condition. You'll have to condition the bill yourself, but it's taking into account a higher condition for the bill. It's also not taking into account if you have the bill graded in a lot of cases. So this is going to give you a pretty fair market range, but at least point you in the right direction. Also, it'll give you a few tips at the bottom here, like what to look for on eBay on the note, and if the note is historical, a web note, experimental paper, bicentennial, things like that. It'll pop up other notable tips that you'll want to keep an eye out for so you can learn more on what to look for. Anyway, hopefully it's a helpful tool. Sorry to go on, but I want to make sure you know all of what's in store for you if you use my VERA Lookup tool on VarietyErrors.com. Anyway, this one's still pretty cool. Let me know what you've come across lately in your coin, banknote, and collectible searches. I'll see you guys in the comments. I'll see you in the community tab. And until next time, happy treasure hunting.